This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's BJ Upton from the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. You're talking sports with Randy Harris.
All right, we're back coming to you live from the Cool Breeze AC broadcast facility. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, and Bucked Up Energy Drink. Kind of a funny story about BJ Upton. So BJ went back to his given name later on in his career, went back to Melvin. So I went to go look for him. He came here from, I don't remember what team he was on, and I went to the visitors' locker room, and I said, yeah, I'm looking for BJ Upton. They said, no, his name's Melvin. I said, well, you can call him Melvin. I'm calling him BJ. Kind of like, what Masvidal said to you. And
yeah.
So it was kind of funny. All right, so a little bit of controversy was brought up with Kevin Iole and Dana White at the last post-press conference about Jon Jones, the GOAT. I don't know if you saw that whole thing. And they kind of went back and forth. And here's, I want your take on it. If we have to, we'll listen to Matt's. But, you being the veteran MMA journalist.
I can hear you.
My thing is, oh, you're still here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I really thought you left.
Right here, like literally right here, you can. Okay.
I thought you were John Cena, and I can't see you.
Oh, you retired again?
No, he's retiring in 2025.
Always retiring.
So, if Jon Jones is listed on the rankings, which he is, which he's not supposed to be. Back when I was voting, it was if you haven't fought in a year, then they remove you until you come back and fight. If you're on the rankings, I agree with Dana, to have him anywhere other than first is ridiculous. But I'm curious of your thoughts and opinions.
I agree 100% with Dana. I think he is the GOAT, hands down. What was Kevin's argument about that?
That he wasn't the GOAT.
Well, because
he hasn't fought.
But did Kevin say who he thought was?
No. I don't even know why it was brought up, but, it was, and Kevin was standing by, and Dana's like, he didn't fight because he was hurt. But back in the day, you would take, if you haven't fought in a year, then you were not eligible. So I don't know who's running it or any of that stuff, but anybody, until John loses again, and I'll argue with everybody, he lost to Matt Hamill. It was the DQ.
I know.
I mean, I was there. And yes, Matt's face took a beating. And whether it's the right or wrong, if that was the rule, and if we got to stand by referees' decisions.
That was a terrible call.
Of course it was. But it was illegal. The 12-6, it was illegal. But
you could have warned him.
Well, and that's my biggest, and we've talked a little bit, before the show, and I'm sure we'll continue this. My problem as a licensed judge in the state of Florida is all of this stuff. What's a warning?
Right.
What's a stern warning?
Right.
What's a harsh warning?
Well, it's a yellow card or a red card. He got a red card immediately. He didn't get a yellow card.
Right. Yeah, but still a warning, and then it's a harsh warning. So you go from a yellow to a yellow plus, or a yellow to bright yellow. I mean, it should be automatic. If you do something that's against the rules, it should be automatic. You lose a point.
Right. No
questions asked. Now, Matt Hamill once did our show, which was awesome. We did it online. We'd asked him questions. He'd type it back. He always says, it was Eve calling, so he's allowed to call me anytime he wants. Matt Hamill said he didn't win. And said it was ludicrous, but it's not his place.
I actually did an appearance here in Tampa with Matt Hamill. He was teaching an MMA class at the Astor, which is a brand new building on Water Street, and the guy who runs it, his brother is Eli Iban Koskar. He's the one who made the film Hammer about Matt Hamill. So he called up his brother, got Matt Hamill to come down and just do an MMA thing.
Very cool.
And it was cool. Matt's a great guy. But we have a picture of he and I like 15 years ago, and he and I that night. He's got no hair now. My hair's gray. It's so funny.
Everybody got older. So we brought Matt Hamill into an old pizza shop that Matt used to manage. And Matt came with this friend of his. And Hamill came out. I still have some of the posters signed by Matt, and we've given some away. An incredible movie. And there's not too many times that you have to change the movie to make whoever, the actor, look worse. A lot of times they have to change things to make it better. Remember the Titans. You've seen the movie. Well, in actuality, they win the championship, and then the guy gets hurt. Where in the movie he gets hurt, and it's to make the story.
Right.
Well, in the Matt Hamill movie, and I'm sure you're aware of this, when he was wrestling for the championship, they kind of dummied it down like he was losing. And he came back with seconds to go to win, when in actuality he won in like 12 seconds. So he was totally dominant. So I see the movie, and I see the whole story about his best friend that he meets, at the Deaf College in New York. And then when Matt came to Jay, no, I know I was bringing this up. Then when Matt came to Torta Pizza with his friend Jay, I'm like, I'm pretty stupid, but I pieced it together real quick. I'm like, holy crap. That was you. That story, yeah. So Jay lives in Tampa.
Yeah, I know.
I see him at all the MMA events,
he's always. I met him many times, obviously throughout the years. But it's funny. That night when he fought Jon Jones, it was at the Pearl at the Palms, and I was at the bar before the fight. No joke. I mean, what a surprise! Me at the bar. But Jim Kelly was there, the quarterback from the Bills, and he was putting money down on Matt Hamill. And I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. I shook my head, and he goes, "What?" I go, "Jon Jones is going to win. I'm sorry." He goes, "I've never seen anybody beat Matt Hamill. I've watched all his matches. That guy's the greatest fighter, the greatest wrestler. I put my money on Matt Hamill." And I said, "He's going to lose." But sure enough, he did win because
by
Jon
DQ.
got DQ'd.
Yeah.
But
what did that pay?
Oh, I don't even know.
Oh my God!
I think he put $10,000 on him. And anyhow, I'm sure about the number. I shouldn't say that. But after the fight, I went back to the same bar, and there was Jim Kelly with Eben, the guy who made the movie The Hammer. And they bought me a drink, and they were like, "Man." And Jim Kelly said, "I've never seen Matt Hamill get thrown around like a rag doll in my life." And I'm like, "Told you, Jon Jones is no joke, man."
Yes, Matt.
I'm saying it's the only thing. So I used to be a big proponent of graffiti walls in my restaurant because they take on their own heartbeat. People get to sign and leave tributes, and it really became like its own entity inside the restaurant. So when Matt came, he was the first one to sign the wall at the Torta Pizza location. And I think, Randy, if I'm not mistaken, Torta Pizza 2, when I closed it, I believe I cut out the drywall where there's a signature that I gave you, right? Don't you have a piece of the wall from that?
I do.
The Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of my thing. But Matt was the first one to sign it when they brought Jay in and the family, and it was a great honor.
The top name, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Eben.
Yeah. Cool dude. I was just mad because I was supposed to play a reporter in it. And then it got done, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot.
I played myself in a movie called Haymaker, and it's a Muay Thai film, and it's supposed to come out like 4 years ago. It still hasn't been released. I haven't seen it anywhere. It's on IMDb, so at least I got a credit.
Right, but you didn't make money on it.
No. Oh no, I got paid on the spot actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was like $500. I was there for like 2 hours. It was great.
No, that's good money.
Easy, yeah,
that's good money.
But I kept waiting for the movie to come out, and it just never came out. I guess it wasn't very good.
So you agree Jon Jones should be ranked number one?
I do, yes.
I do. Not that you even know about MMA, but give me your thoughts.
I mean, currently, yeah. I mean, he's number one. But I would say if Peloton wins the heavyweight division, even though he lost to Izzy, I think you're going to have to start having that conversation because he's kind of the new boogeyman and using black magic to an advantage and using the spiritual world to give him a mental advantage. We may replace Jon Jones as all-time GOAT in mixed martial arts.
Well, and a GOAT can change.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, there was a GOAT before.
With Izzy knocking him out the way he did, and the disrespect with the arrows after, and
that doesn't mean
does that
anything.
make Izzy the overall GOAT of all time? If Peloton goes on to do remarkable, he beats Jon Jones if they ever fight, or he wins and just dominates the heavyweight division, is Izzy always going to be above Alex because of that?
No.
Of course not.
Why would Izzy be ahead of him? Because he shot a make-believe bow and arrow?
One of the greatest knockouts of all time.
Come
on.
Dan Henderson of Bisping was pretty good.
But then the laying on the ground and imitating.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, it's classic.
No, but all of the shenanigans has nothing to do with the knockout. Dan Henderson knocked him out, and because the ref didn't stop it, he threw a little extra.
I still think Anderson Silva is one of the GOATs.
Oh, no. If you want to say go to the division, I don't think, in my opinion, that Anderson Silva is the GOAT of the UFC. And we got to say UFC, even though, Fedor comes in, but now that they've bought Pride, he's included in that. The GOAT of the GOAT has got to be Jon Jones. But I do agree, with Alex. If he continues this, I think I read he's had 9 UFC fights and like 6 are title fights. I mean, that's crazy.
Against former champions.
And that's what I've always said, and I know we have to hit this break in a second. That's what I've always said about Brock Lesnar. What Brock Lesnar did, how he came in, got in my opinion, a very home cooking, whatever, non-stoppage of Shane Carwin. I thought it should have been stopped. And then when it wasn't, for Brock to come back, win that fight in the next round, and then go on and do what he did. I mean, not GOAT status, but legendary status.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
All right, let's go hit a break. Then my brother from another mother when we return at the bottom of the hour. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, and Bucked Up Energy Drink.